All right. Scott works as a bartender, and as a bartender, he receives a lot of tips, like, "Hey, stop dressing like a school shooter." And, that's not how you pronounce the word Negroni. No, I'm joking. Scott's a great bartender. He can do anything. I mean, a white Russian, a black Russian, margarita, brandy. Those are just some of the prostitutes he murdered last year. Anyone more bartender? But Scott, he's not just a bartender. He also does wine tastings. I know, it's hard to believe, but because he looks like he lives under a bridge, but he does wine tastings. Scott likes his women the same way he likes his wine. Imported from a foreign country, stored in his basement, and aged 5 to 10 years.
Can't believe you said I looked dressed like a school shooter. I'm wearing a pink polo, which was made popular by Kanye West, who no one can say a bad word about.
Genius.
Alright guys, my opponent, Dom Maddio, living proof that most lesbians are uncool.
I thought that was fake.
No, she's the good one. Dom kind of looks like a cross between like one of the Angry Birds and a Furby that got discontinued because it made children too depressed. You're kind of like if Angry Birds, instead of being like shot into a tower by a slingshot, they just jumped off the ledge of one. And instead of the game being called Angry Birds, it's called Dad, Please Notice Me.
I think it's funny that he made fun of my appearance, because Scott looks like his mom had sex with Wolverine.
I fucking hope she did.
Let me finish the joke. Great. Scott looks like his mom had sex with Wolverine, then got an abortion and adopted an ugly baby named Scott. I got more. Scott's married to a Swedish woman, and as a Swedish person, she's very cold because Scott keeps her body in a freezer. Scott actually has a lot in common with Swedish people, because Swedish people make furniture out of hard wood, and Scott gets a hard wood when he makes furniture out of people. He's a serial killer, that's the joke.
There's no Rush like it, I gotta be honest. Dom acts like very intellectual, but I think it's because he's hiding the fact that he's secretly mentally handicapped. Like he has all of his jokes down on like pieces of paper as if that's somehow like more sophisticated than using a phone. But what you guys can't see from out there is that he's actually written all of these jokes down with his favorite crayon. And to be honest, like, if a guy came up to you on the street and was like, "Hi, my name is Dom and I'm a comedian. I've got some jokes I've written down on these pieces of paper, and I think they're really funny," you would kind of expect that person to be wearing a helmet.
You can tell Scott's a bad comedian because he's making fun of me for putting effort into jokes. Honestly. Scott's from Canada. The most famous person from Canada is Justin Bieber. And Scott actually has a lot in common with Justin Bieber. They both said the words, "Is it too late now to say sorry?" to a group of screaming teenage girls. Scott's not very good at sex. One time during sex, a woman told him he's the best she's ever had. And he was very surprised because she was supposed to be asleep. You get it. He rapes. Right? He does rape, right? Like we agreed. Probably rapes a little on the weekend or something. I don't know.
Dom has only one post on his Instagram. He calls his Instagram page "My Favorite Pictures of Me and All My Friends." He also has a Threads account where he posts jokes, most of which have 0 likes on them. I actually started counting how many of the jokes have 0 likes on them to use in this joke. And then I had to stop when I got to 20 because I got too sad. He actually also, in some of his recent posts, he writes a joke and then posts underneath a picture of a legendary comedian, Norm Macdonald, as if this would be a joke that Norm Macdonald would tell. And these posts, once again, have 0 likes. So it's kind of like if I like posted a video of me like trying to take a 3-point shot and miss it by like fucking 2 meters, and I posted it on Threads and underneath just like a picture of Michael Jordan.
Dom Maddio comedy on Threads. Please, I need this. All right. Scott, he plays the trumpet. He used to be a professional trumpet player, and used to be part of the German orchestra. And sometimes he would play the trumpet for old people in retirement homes. And can you imagine that? Like being close to death with nothing in life to look forward to, and then you have to play the trumpet for a bunch of old people? By the way, I can't believe you play the trumpet because you look like the only metal thing you put in your mouth is a shotgun. All right. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I get sad when I can't rape enough, you know, so I saw Don tell a story on stage once about how like his uncle or father or something like that bought a prostitute for him when he was a young man. And he didn't have sex with her though, and he's been showcasing his talent for not getting laid ever since. You kind of look like somebody who spends his spare time drawing his own mangas at home and then falls in love with one of the characters.
All right.
One person though that was fun.
Last jokes.
Scott studied music. He originally wanted to study film, but then he watched a documentary about Led Zeppelin and he discovered his true passion. Sleeping with underage women. And, Scott is actually the member of a rock band which includes him and 3 other middle-aged men. And the band is called the Fuckheads, which is a very cool name, but I took the liberty to come up with some alternative band names, so you can use these if you want. Here we go. Red Hot Chili Pepper Spray. Backstreet Boy Lovers, Destiny's Child Rapists, One Erection, Nickelback Pain, The Who, and my favorite, Panic at the Children's Disco.
Those are really good. Do I have to do my last joke? No. Alright, I'll just do it. Tom is Italian, but like he's really ashamed of being Italian and like Italian culture. You know, it's the culture that gave the world like Leonardo da Vinci and like the art of Michelangelo. They invented the opera and have like the cuisine that is the most popular thing in the world, and Dom decided that he's too good for that. He doesn't want people to think he's stupid, so he does an American accent, because if there's one group of people on this earth who represent intelligence, it's Italian Americans.
We done?
That's it,